Now he gets another piece of... The little tiny tidbits of actual truth in this is kind of like trying to dig nuggets of gold out of a 2-ton pile of shit. Okay. Just because it's widely believed doesn't mean it's necessarily true. Yeah. Okay, now let's get into more shit. Atheism, : Nobody except Christ knows everything. Was that the definition of atheism? And the way it's presented, it looks like it's supposed to be. For atheists, Christ, God, in case you didn't remember, Christ is God, still exists, but they don't know half of everything, or even 1/100,000,000th of everything. What? What the hell does that mean? Let me read this again. For atheists, Christ, God, still exists, but they don't know half of everything, or even 1/100,000,000th of everything. Oh, the second sentence kind of explained that. So Christ just exists in the part that they don't know. I'm not a biblical historian, but there are certain claims made about Christ, and certain aspects such as where he lived that people can research in reality, and things. Some of them can't be proven, some of them can't be disproven, some of them don't add up to begin with. No atheist professes to believe with 100% certainty that someone 2,000 years ago in the Middle East named Jesus could not have possibly existed. Especially since back then there were dozens of messiahs that had the same story as Christ. Chances of there being someone who kind of fits the bill was kind of well in their favor. Whether or not they actually could do any of the things that the people say, that's another story. But the existence of a person like that, that's possible. No one says it's not. Existence of a person named Christ. Okay, now back to this. Atheism is a religion! Macroevolution is also a religion! So is disbelievism! Some of these things are harder to pronounce than French last names. Like reasoning that Christ doesn't exist B/C because what they've been through is so horrible. What? Reasoning Christ doesn't exist because what they've been through is so horrible. Is that... I think they're trying to say that people are saying Christ doesn't exist because, well, for instance, with me, my father beat the shit out of me and starved me. And, Christ, loving God, just watching that happen. Yeah, that's cool. I guess that's the kind of reasoning he's trying to put here, that's why people are saying that Christ doesn't exist. It has nothing to do with research and trying to find evidence for the man. It's just because, they're, bitter. Okay. Oh yeah? The ultimate injustice was the sinless Christ dying on the cross and suffering for sinners, including those nailing him to the cross! Tell that to a child starving to death in Africa. I'm sure they would much prefer have been living Christ's life, even if it meant being nailed to the cross. Have you ever picked lightly and Have you ever been pricked lightly and superficially? That already hurts tremendously! You're trying to compare a paper cut and say, think of that in the magnitude of being crucified. Yeah. The body releases natural painkillers in times of ridiculously extreme pain. So a crucifixion, while it was going to hurt more than a paper cut, it's not exactly at the magnitude that you're saying. Just because you don't believe something and everything you understand goes against the belief doesn't mean you have considered everything. Take your own advice! Let me check what time on the camera, because... Oh, 1 hour and 35 minutes so far. How much time I got left? Oh, on this recording I got 37 minutes to go. So I'm going to probably do another 23 minutes, so it's at 2:30 p.m. here, and start part 2, because I'm not even halfway done. Okay, another one. Subscribe! I'll add more vids, including me playing awesome basketball. I mean... freaking Christ blessed awesome basketball! He wrote this. Oh my. How does Christ blessed awesome basketball work? Is that like Christ in bed with you? He just you're playing 2-on-2 and the guy's there, he's got 2, you're there by yourself. I thought this was 2-on-2. I got Christ as my partner. Okay, go. Passes you to the ball, you dribble up the court halfway, pass it to the side, it just starts floating there and dribbling up the court to the side. They're like, what the fuck? You run up, you jump, and Christ... Yeah! Christ bless basketball! Motherfucker, are you fucking crazy? Oh, gee. During Spring Break 2010... Woo! Watch my vids! Violet Flame 137 on YouTube. Except with no Y or O. YouTube. Can anyone spell here? Okay, this has to be more people then. This is just this huge fucking thing. And read my info, or the About Me section. You might be in the, for a punch in the... Go to drdino.com and click on the multimedia section there and explore. I'm worried. Also, click on the online store tab and look for some or all of the books available. Yeah, that's just what I want to do. Pay money for people to just fucking make shit up off the top of their head. Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing here, and I think I'm doing a better job at it. Be sure to look at all the books. Not necessarily buying them. Torrent the motherfuckers. Go to number 8 for fun! Tell everyone to do steps 1 to... Actually, I'm going to check out number 8. But I'm going there. Dr. Dino. Oh, fuck. Oh. Shit.com. Ooh. There's some things about Dr. Dino being in prison, but Dr. Dino brings me to Creation Today. The 6 Days of Genesis are on a 6-disc DVD set for just $70. How the fuck do you stretch out 2 paragraphs effectively into 6 DVDs? I thought The Hobbit was pushing it by making it into a trilogy, but this? Fuck me. View at read online store. Okay. The Creation Store. Books. First book. Are you being brainwashed? Yes! The eighth one down is Claws, Jaws, and Dinosaurs. Sure, it has pretty much fuck all to do with paleontology. I don't see anything really this helped with. Okay. Tell everyone to do steps 1 to 3, and tell everyone to tell everyone they know to do 1 to 3. What step? Fuck it. And it continues like that. Please, smiley face. Is this more than one person, or is this everyone doing the smiley face in the parentheses? Smiley face. Smiley. Huh? What the heck? And YouTube link. If you don't have time for all of this now, break this task into bits and come back to it again and again. You will very likely learn stuff that will change your perspective in a truly positive way. Spelled W-H-E-Y. CreationMinute.com. If you've only got a minute, this cool Caucasian guy talks. For fucking God, fuck shit, son. Tell absolutely everybody you know, including siblings, parents, this and that's, presidents, countries, principals, teachers, gays, straights, lesbos, Maserati drivers? The hell is that? People of influence and people of non-influence, McDonald's employees, Pepe's employees, tu madre, tu padre, los viejos, los reviones, etc., NFL players, Kobe, etc. Kobe. Whoever you know, and tell them to spread it to everyone he, she, they knows no! You never know what you might change, who you might change forever, for the better and eternal security. Atheism and macroevolution are false religious ideas. That was a lot to build up to get to that same fucking thing. People might really thank you, and so might God Christ. Or people might make a video series about how fucking insane you are. See you later. Yeah, not likely. I'm still not even halfway done. Oh. Fuck me. So what about the logical problem of evil? God works everything for good for those who love him. And have you been exposed to this idea? The individual ingredients for biscuits are horrible tasting, but when you combine them to make biscuits, they're perfectly delicious. Not if you don't like biscuits. And is this the American biscuit or the European biscuit cookie? Just checking. Since it's creationism, I'm assuming the American biscuit. So the pains and sufferings are real, but God can miraculously work them for good. Did you just say that a baby born with horrible defects, who's going to survive about 2 weeks in extreme pain and then die. That is one of the ingredients of a tasty biscuit. You're saying that rape is just one of the ways to make the world great. Smile. Smiling and laughing not only make you feel good, but cure disease. I am going to fucking die. Ah, shit. We got another paragraph that starts off like lowercase and ends in capitals. Full caps, caps lock. Oh. Why am I doing this? Majority opinion has nothing to do with truth. That's right. Now let's see how far they fucked this up. If the whole world believes in a false idea, the whole world is wrong, not right. It's the silent embarrassment of scientists that we do not even know how the one star forms. What? Star formation has been observed. It's been theorized. It's been simulated. And now it's been observed. How is that a silent embarrassment? The reason they're not talking about it is because it doesn't exist. We know how stars are formed. Contrary to popular belief, we have no idea how the Earth formed. You might not, but oh, jeez. And how complex human beings' interaction with other objects are. Now, he's got parentheses after this. Let me try and figure out what he's saying. Our brain's transmissions affects physical matter, and there is a magnetic pull for objects with similar vibrations. Oh, and in case you're doubting, he puts another parentheses. God made it that way. Why? What reason would God have to do that? Sounds more like just shit that happens in physics to me, but it was God. Everything needed a creator except for the creator. He didn't need a creator. According to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, the more we know about an object's momentum, the less we know about the same object's location. That's quantum physics. I think. Was that quantum physics? Oh, there's a lot of shit that goes on in quantum physics. Sorry. I'm getting confused here now, too. They're melting my brain. By the end of this, I'll be a babbling creationist. Likewise, the more we know about the object's location, the less we know about its momentum. We do not even know... Okay, this is all in caps. We do not even know what one single atom does, let alone how every physical thing originated. Okay, that was quantum physics. I was right. Just because you don't understand quantum physics doesn't mean that quantum mechanics don't fucking exist. As an example, have you ever seen monster trucks? Your example is a monster truck. You should stop here. Do you notice how magical they are in motion? That's still in caps, but fuck it. Magical in motion. Look at him crush those fucking sedans! It is simply magic! Fuck explaining it, it's magic! Even the dust forms extremely complex, magical patterns that can all be explained mathematically. Which is why we can make dust simulations on a computer. We don't have a magic equation in there to do it. We've figured out how it's done, put it in, and simulate it. Every computer model for the origin of the universe has ideological inputs as well. There is no such thing as a non-ideological computer model, since without an ideology, such as the Big Bang happened, the computer model won't even work. You have to put in data first? I thought computers just automatically simulated creation! The computer model won't even work. Do you really believe a computer can follow the trillions upon trillions upon trillion of atoms in the universe and know how they interacted with every single other atom through the thousands of years of time? Thousands? Young Earth! Thousands of years of time. If you're bringing up the Big Bang, it's 13.6 billion years, not thousands. You're just a little off. That is totally impossible! That's why they simulate larger fuck it. Only God can comprehend! And maybe super advanced ETs. Hey, hold on. One conspiracy theory at a time, sir. How every piece of particle vibration has interacted with every other piece of particle vibration through the universe's long 6,000 years, at least for the Earth. The distant universe may be billions of years old. If God made the stars, the moon, and the sun after the Earth, then theoretically the distant universe is younger than the Earth. I'm not actually arguing that scientifically. I was just pointing out an apologetic problem with that. The Earth is 6,000 years old, though I guess the universe might be 13.6 billion. Well, the Earth is 6,000. I can't. Those who say that there is lots of evidence against the Earth being 6,000 years old, such as, civilizations existing before then, is misinterpreting data. Magnetic reversals are just dips in magnetic power. The fossils in the ground are a record of destruction by being buried in the flood in a rapid manner, and not a record of change. Like, yeah, really? Oh my fucking chicken, goddamn son! Oh. There are plenty of other videos about the flood versus science. You want to know my opinion on the flood? There is historical evidence to suggest that in the area where it is very likely that Noah's Ark, the biblical story, originated, there was a flood, a very bad flood, and a person of high power, I can't remember exactly, king or just I don't know. Point is, they went ahead and they got a merchant boat, very large merchant vessel filled with goods, to avoid the flood. And they did, where everyone else in the city was, fucking killed. And they did eventually come ashore at a other city. But that was not 40 days and 40 nights. It did not cover the entire Earth, and it didn't fuck with the fossil record, and the reason we even know there was a flood there is because of the evidence for the floodplain, which there is no evidence for a global flood. not to mention the extreme lack of water. There's more than enough apologetics about how the flood could have worked, and far more than enough refutals to every single one. If I get buried on top of you, does that mean I came after you? The fact that there are trilobites down here, simple organisms, slightly more complex, dinosaurs, this, then humans and all that, says that doesn't mean anything just because this is on top of that everywhere. Yeah, it does. If everything's just being buried in a flood, then you wouldn't expect everything to be so organized unless God is sadistically OCD about his mass genocides. I'm gonna kill all of you, and I'm gonna kill all of you. I can't stand those dinosaurs. I'm gonna kill you, and you, and you. And now I can start killing the rats. Now kill some birds. Now some apes. These ones look kind of funkily like humans. I don't like them at all. Hate you, hate you, hate you. Okay, now that's all done. What was I doing this for? Oh yeah, punish man. Now I'll kill man. Open the first link in this email to see treatment of this subject plus radiometric dating, carbon dating, potassium-argon dating, etc., or lying to people on purpose to try to get them to believe in the evolutionary worldview. Those fucking motherfuckers. The act of pretending to play along out of concern/fear that you made yourself be known that you knew the truth, you would be killed. Huh? That's just a sentence all alone by itself outside of the paragraphs. What the hell are they talking about? I can use that to explain, people in a theocracy who they themselves are atheists have to stay hidden because if they let it slip that, oh yeah, guys, by the way, I don't believe in God and humans got here through evolution based on natural selection, the next day they'll be hanging in the town square. Alternatively, in a secular country, people can spout as much crazy shit as they want and they're not going to be killed over it. Things, like watching TV, aren't enjoyable in and of themselves. At least that's my opinion, smiley face. However, when we believe that they're enjoyable, /think they're enjoyable, automatically out of habit, they become enjoyable to us. What the fuck are you getting at with that? Why would you have to why would you have to learn what's enjoyable and what's not? That would be a severely bad design. Both in evolution, very poor for survival. If things that keep you alive aren't enjoyable, things that perpetuate the species aren't enjoyable, and bad design by an omnipotent God that things the ultimate creation in his own image that he wants to be perfect and happy and good isn't designed to enjoy anything. Fuck me. There is another giant fucking paragraph.